Most people say they want change. They say they want a better life, more confidence, more freedom, more meaning. But if that's true, why do so many people stay exactly where they are? Why do years pass and nothing really changes? It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they lack motivation. The real reason is harder to admit. Most people don't actually want change. They want the idea of change without the cost. People don't want change. They want the results of change. They want confidence without discomfort, success without uncertainty, freedom without responsibility. But real change never comes that way. Real change always asks for something in return. It asks you to give up who you've been comfortable being. And that's the part most people avoid. Not because they're weak, not because they're incapable, but because change isn't just about doing something new. It's about letting something old die. This is where things get uncomfortable, because the moment you choose a direction, things become real. As long as everything is possible, nothing feels urgent. You can tell yourself, I'm still exploring. I'll decide later. I'm not ready yet. And that feels safe. But that safety is an illusion. Because what you're really doing is avoiding commitment, avoiding responsibility, avoiding ownership. Choosing a direction feels heavy because it closes doors. And humans hate closed doors. Once you choose, you can't pretend anymore. You can't hide behind confusion. You can't blame timing. You can't say, I'm just figuring things out. The outcome becomes personal. If it works, it's on you. If it fails, it's on you. And that level of responsibility terrifies people more than staying stuck. This is why staying busy feels so comfortable. Meetings, tasks, plans, goals that look productive. Busyness gives you motion without commitment. You feel active, but nothing is truly at stake. Because the moment you commit to a direction, every action starts to matter. Effort stops being symbolic. It stops being performative. It becomes real. And real effort carries risk. That's why many people mistake motion for progress. They fill their days instead of moving their lives. They stay busy, but unchanged, comfortable, but unfulfilled. Because comfort doesn't mean alignment. Comfort often means avoidance. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need more motivation. Motivation is unreliable, temporary, emotional. You can force yourself for a while. You can rely on discipline. You can push through willpower. But willpower is short-term fuel. Without direction, even discipline burns you out. Because effort without meaning starts to feel pointless. This is why people wake up one day and think, what am I even doing this for? They're not lazy. They're just avoiding the moment where everything becomes real. The moment they choose. Direction isn't a prison. It's a filter. It removes noise. It removes hesitation. It tells your mind what matters and what doesn't. And the moment you choose, even imperfectly, things get lighter, not easier, but clearer. Movement creates information. Once you start moving, clarity follows. You learn what fits. You learn what doesn't. But when you stay still, waiting to feel ready first, nothing changes. Clarity is built while moving, not before. This is why waiting to feel ready is so dangerous. Feeling ready is a luxury. Most progress begins with uncertainty. Most growth begins with doubt. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need confidence. You don't need certainty. You need a direction. even a small one. A skill you want to build, a habit you want to commit to, a version of yourself you respect more. It doesn't have to be impressive. It has to be intentional. Once you decide where you're going, everything changes. Effort feels lighter, resistance weakens, momentum builds naturally. That momentum is what people call motivation, not the other way around. So stop asking how to do more. Stop asking how to stay motivated. That question keeps you trapped. Start asking a different one. Where am I going? Not 5 years from now, not the perfect future, just the next direction that matters. Because once you know where you're going, moving forward becomes easier than standing still. If you've been stuck, it's not because you don't want change badly enough. It's because choosing one direction means letting others go. And that's the shift most people never make. They keep chasing motivation when what they really need is clarity. If this resonated with you, don't look for more motivation. Look for direction, even if it's not perfect yet. Because change doesn't start when you feel ready. It starts the moment you choose.